Okay, Green Day gone power pop? I think I can dig it. Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John. You know I had to hop on camera and give some thoughts on the new Green Day single, Pollyanna. Pollyanna is a term that means like an overly optimistic, just a very enthusiastic personality. It was originally the name of a children's novel all the way back in the 1900s, the early 1900s. It's been adapted into movies a couple of times. I think Disney did one in the 60s, but basically it's a term that's become synonymous with a very optimistic person, and that definitely matches the feeling of this song, minus that fucking hot dog cover. Why did they use that? Bad artwork aside, I think this was released as a hype builder for the upcoming Hella Mega Tour. It's finally happening in stadiums this summer. It was meant for 2020, but for obvious reasons, that couldn't happen. I held on to my tickets, and if you happen to be going to the Pittsburgh date, maybe I'll see you there in August. Let's rip the bandage off first. I just have to say, I think Pollyanna is pretty much better than most anything they've done in the past 4 to 5 years. I mean, at least since Revolution Radio, maybe a couple of the best songs on Father of All could hang in the same crowd as this one, but I appreciate that there seems to be a little bit less vocal processing on Billy Joe Armstrong. I like the shouted vocals from Mike Dirnt in the back, the bass, it gets the job done, and also if you listen to that pre-chorus transitioning over to the hook, it's classic Green Day. You know the song structure, but they generally knock that out of the park, which makes sense because they're playing in stadiums this summer. In all seriousness, I do think that the song is structured pretty well. It does have a power pop undertone to it. It pulls at you with those keys. I think Chris Dugan, kind of a longtime frequent collaborator with the band, worked on this track, also may have played the keys on it, which is interesting when they have him instead of maybe Jason Freeze coming on, considering he typically plays live with the band. But I think Chris is very talented. This song does have a little bit of extra oomph because of that, because Green Day, they can't just return to their old sound and do that forever. I would like to see freshness. This does have kind of that fresh tint to it, and I like that they're approaching things with this different perspective in mind. Lyrically, this song is very paint by the numbers, formulaic. You've probably heard it before, but it seems like the world is at least trying to head to this better place, and I say that as somebody that lives in the United States, at least here. My heart goes out to everybody still struggling because every single country is different, but things are improving here, and I feel this sense of optimism again, and this song kind of came out at the perfect time because had this dropped in January, I probably would have been like, fuck you, I don't want to be happy. There's lines about sharing bread with friends that you don't know, just kind of being neighborly even to strangers, and that optimism definitely carries throughout the song. It opens up by talking about things like rainy days and razor blades, but instead, let's pull up the shades, let's look at this from a different lens, and I can appreciate that. I can get down with it. I think more than anything, I'm focusing on the music, and not that it's mind-blowing, it's definitely more solid than what we've been getting in recent years, but they turned it around just enough to make me feel optimistic about Green Day again. And as I've always said, make Green Day great again. The little guitar solo tucked on is nice. It does just kind of regurgitate the melody of the song, but it's a Green Day guitar solo. You can expect that 9 times out of 10. If you don't like Green Day, this song's not gonna win you over, but if you like them, I think you could see this as a tick up in quality. You could at least feel a little bit better about things, like maybe a feeling of relief. Maybe if this is just a one-off single, maybe they start crafting a new album, and maybe this is more of the direction they go on instead of just here comes the shock and Father of All. Whatever, sue me, I'm feeling optimistic. I'm kind of enjoying this song for what it is. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I have good news on the horizon, and it's just come in at the right time, I think, for me personally, so maybe some of you will connect to that feeling as well. I hope that you're doing well. If you're watching this video, don't forget to drop a like on it, subscribe for the love of music. Any and all thoughts that you have on the new Green Day single, whether you're loving it, hating it, you think they bounced all the way back, or somewhere in between, let me know in the comments section, and you can check out more of my Green Day stuff on screen now. I'll be back soon for more on Beyond ARTV.